we're to enter Numenon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, then we must secure the permission of the forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. I forget his name, but the cool one. That one. Monty Shane. He did come to Graz's defense during the inquiry, after all. Shaz now accompanying you. Yay! Over there, cool. Was pressed to name our allies in the forums. Scholar Montaigne would certainly be at the top of the list. Hopefully he agrees to aid us to the list. Yes. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and laboured under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studium. Neither did Franquid, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him in off the streets, he was put in care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what my life might have been if I had pursued studies here instead. Tea at the last stand after day of lectures? Should I wonder? Yep, tea. Let's go. Tea! Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends, spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from bright, airy halls of academia as one could get. It is a wondrous magical childhood nonetheless. Oops. This is... oh shit. Missed a lot. Precisely what we intend. Fortunate. That's the fortunate, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I would consider it a personal favour if you might share with me the discoveries you might be making in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager. So if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity, sure thing. Speaker House Levier Butler. Levier Estate. Right, where's the thing? Need to teleport. Mr. Sierra, Mr. Shisola, how may I be of service? Come to speak of Master Fortuno. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Well, Emilians would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss? Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. But I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. I assure you, we will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again unless it's absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses a sister, she was his guardian and his friend. A selfless hero who crossed the rift between the worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother was given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching other people yet healing from the flames of the final days. Loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. It is no vital mission, perhaps reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue all the same. As one who feared losing their own loved ones spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experience in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Do not celebrate just yet, the forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decisions to you at the Baldacin Annex. So nice, so wholesome so far. Nothing bad could go wrong, it's great. Till it does go wrong. There it is. The Alliance raid. It's right here. Later. Whoa. So what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Charlene and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then a chamber is minded in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. Slowly looks at Fortuna. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I'm sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavour and bid you good day. Aww. Aww. We love forbidden knowledge. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising? Aye. Very stoicism. Can't even say that word. It's exactly what Charlotte needed to guide it through not one, but 2 exoduses. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes to get my hands on these forbidden terms, and now I can simply walk through the door. You'll be heading directly to the archives from here, I presume. You presume correctly. Then you want to speak with the index page when you arrive. It's been instructed to grant you access to the restricted section. Excellent. Once again, we thank you for all your help. Oh, it's my pleasure. Believe me. May you find the knowledge you seek. Shall we? Your shadow is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side to proceed. Yep. 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 Come on, Yish. We're going on an adventure. Oh my god, pudding way. I guess my pudding wasn't needed to stop the final days after all, but I persevere. Once people taste it, they'll even be happy. They'll be even happier than they were before the apocalypse started. I just know it. I think the set of instructions I laughingly imagined may actually exist, but yarms away from where you found me napping. If I had known Azadal's the Third's exploit sooner, I could well have saved myself the days of research. Even a children's book might have pointed me in the right direction. Archon, Nishtola, and Guess identified. Do you wish to proceed into the restricted archives? Yes, of course. Follow me if you would. Watch your step. And please note that the use of naked flames is discouraged.
If House Damia's notes are to be found anywhere, it will be here. Let us begin.
Oh my goodness. day, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling like a candle's flame, threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinction seems inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for this exquisite, transcendent being. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the what the that was about the what's it? Alright, leather-bound log. The following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Nu Hashan, the 9th Patriarch of House Damer. He presented his research notes to the faculty of Charlian Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden tome you seek. Each dollar would need to make the final confirmation. No, I want to read others. Damn it. Shit. Can I read? There's one here, please. Let me read it. Fuck. Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies, I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damir's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about. Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures, a talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos.
That's wild. Jesus Christ.
How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Voidsent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales.
I don't remember.
And still, House Damir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves. Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
Oh. Don't worry, we'll be back. Reading more stuff. Be great. Okay. So hold on. Where's this thing? Do collections, is it? Okay, a lot of it has been added. Eorzea was added. Jesus. As much as I would love to start crafting the Atomos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Unfortunately, we know a Hainish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in a house demo project. Idana, our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed. Should you wish to, yep. If anyone can help us, Nidana can. I say we return to Thavna and look at our great work. At the great work. Sure tells me that you're pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it? Yes. Out. I have no doubt you'll be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? Right, sisters, this is the mark of the House Damer. I never even knew such a work existed. You should. It was sequestered in Numenon's restricted archives after all. It was, but that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden term filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hands? I can hardly wait to read it. Aww. To think the Demo were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost over the centuries, I wonder? How do you glance over the notes? What say you to helping us build a new mock Atomos? I say yes, 1,000 times yes. Work on a demo project that had even the redoubtable scholars of Charlene trembling in their sandals? No alchemist of the great work could resist. You're a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big mouth simulacrum once we built it? So there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty. Today is a day of revelations, indeed. The purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see for myself. I think manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. Charlene's market provided the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, but I might need help obtaining a small quantity of ashly infused water. For such a liquid, you need to go no further than the font of Maya. The ascetics of old once favoured the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there is now known to enliven the flow of ether. That sounds perfect. Where am I? Oh, right there. Dun, dun, dun. Astrally dense pocket. Okay, give me the water. Do you have that flask for me? I do. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, Sierra. I guess. It really doesn't. It's random. What's this quest? Void Theory. Oh no. Look who I came across. Estinian seemed in need of diversion, and we in turn may need of his lance. Right then. Now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matthias' boat again? Not this time. Once you shall inform me of our destination, I arrange for a vessel to be made ready for Atakali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host, shall we? Go, 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 go. I wanna see this void thing. Again. Jesus Christ, down there. Hold on. New mount. Let's use this one. Whee! The ship is yours to command. Ah, thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Azadal's legacy, to see the truth of legend with my own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Yep, go, 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 go. Treasure!